kind of want to share that one because it shows the response side of the Google Forms. Let me go to slideshow. Okay, did it?
It's locked again.
Okay, sorry. This PowerPoint. That's the only thing about this. Show. Okay, so in my 8th grade class, I get away from the eraser writing. I really embrace the ICE. The cool thing about Google Forms is that it's not like you can have students anonymously fill out the Google Forms, but you can also hold them accountable and have them type in their email address. And if they try to put some fake email address, I think the system will catch that it's not the school account because the Google Forms are like funded by the district. So it's a nice little monitoring system on who's putting what, and you can always go back, and I'll show you some of the responses from this form. But just a quick preview, this is an old ICE poster that was sitting in Montgomery Middle School, and I'm trying to think of the teacher that found it and basically said, you know what, we need to adopt this because it's a simple school-wide method. So the ice cream cones that we have in our room, I don't know if you guys still have them, it all started from this old poster. Anyway, so here's some sample questions. I tested my 8th graders and I said, you know what's the most common writing method at ELM? Okay, and so I gave them 3 choices: ice, cakes, or peel. I don't even know if peel is a real one. I think that's just a made up one. And then I asked them, what does E stand for? Because we've had numerous discussions in our PLC about elaboration as being like the worst area or the biggest growth area. And then lastly, I had students even tell me, hey, what's the difference between the semester 1 requirements for writing as opposed to the semester 2 requirements for writing? So this is the multiple choice grid where they can just check off semester 1, they need to rephrase the EQ, introduce claims, cite evidence, and elaborate and explain. A lot of students, surprisingly enough, did not click on counterclaim and rebuttal, but then went ahead and clicked on semester 2. So I was really surprised, and I'll show you the results in a second. So just to show you, there's some more multiple choice questions. I grilled them on C, what does that stand for, what does I stand for? And then the last topic that we had covered was a question about Lewis and Clark. And I'll show you, I'm glad I put this question in here, which is really random and doesn't relate to ICE. But when we look at the results, so once you create a Google form, whenever you go back to it on the website, you can see the questions and you can always go back and edit them. But then if you click up here at the top, you click responses, you can see the summary of who logged in, and then you can also create, so on this quiz, you can put points for each question. So this one was out of 9, and you can see what each individual student got. Now I'm not using this quiz to put into Jupyter grades, but I'm using this quiz to see what students understand and don't understand so that I can go back and recover those areas that need support. So as we scroll down more, there's a lot of, I really love the graphs. The graphs are very powerful. The most common writing method, you can see that students are saying, yeah, ICE. I see that in my classroom. A couple people still don't know what's going on and are getting it wrong. But when I see 88%, I feel good about it because now I know that, hey, most of the kids are getting it. The C, so it's the same kind of bar graph style charts. Let me scroll down. And you can really get nitty gritty on this one. I said, prepare,